Uh, no, no fairy dream or story, nothing like that. It was quite harsh. And, I was nothing like I am today. I couldn't speak a word of English. And in England, people might be understanding of that, but in Bombay, they're not very forgiving. If you don't speak English, how do you expect to work in Hindi films? Well, that was an obstacle, I'd say.
You overcame that obstacle, but you overcame many obstacles because it wasn't easy to establish yourself. What did you want to do the minute that you arrived in Mumbai? Did you think, I want to be an actress? Or did you have to go through various stages like, modeling?
Oh, yes, various stages, various auditions. I ended up sleeping on the pavements, and I didn't have food to eat. And my father would call, he's like, so did you learn your lesson? I'm like, no, you better get ready to learn yours. So it took way too long, and I think for him to learn his lesson, 10 years, he was like, okay, fine. But I think I finally made my point clear. But yes, it was just one of those ordinary struggling stories where you're, there's a string of incidences or accidents, one after the other, one worse than the other, and then you're like, am I in a bad dream, or it's just... so, yeah.
You're known for being very honest and very outspoken to the media. You're a great role model for the modern, independent Indian woman who goes against the traditional norms. How important is that for you?
Well, honestly, I really don't know how to be any other way. I mean, I find a lot of pride in being who I am, and that was the case from my childhood. Like I said, my parents saw me as someone else. They saw me as someone who was a liability, but that didn't change my understanding of my abilities and myself. And when I came to Mumbai, they saw me as this village woman who had a weird accent and weirder appearance, I guess. But I didn't see myself like that. I thought of myself a lot more than just, I am a lot more than my appearance or my age or my color or my hair. And that is how I saw myself, and it'll never change. And why would I want to hide that? I let that be there. For people, sometimes they find it too much, sometimes they like it. I mean, that's just the way I am.
What are expectations for girls now compared to when you were growing up? And that wasn't a very long time ago, was it?
I think times have changed a little bit, not much. This generation isn't as bad as our generation, when I was growing up. But I'd say in India, we have a lot of work to do, and we need a lot more role models which young women can follow and parents can follow, where they have people they would like to, get inspired with their stories and their journeys. But definitely, with literacy rate going higher, with the women actively participating in the progress of the nation, working and stepping out of the houses, things have changed, and there's a lot of confidence that has come in, but we're still nowhere close to the developed nations, for sure.
So things have changed a little bit. Do you think the focus is shifting away from marriage, say, and are girls able to focus on careers?
I won't say that. I mean, being in my place, who's a successful actress, and and working in an urban India, whatever you may call it, where I'm taking my job and at my workplace is just taken as a hobby. I come across people who like, what do you need money for? And I'm like, why are you making a movie? So I can see the challenges which rest of the women must be going through, and I know of my friends who are married, and every time they get married, their husband's job is the priority, so sometimes they have to even quit their jobs just because they have to prioritize their husband's work situations and maybe problems.
Do you think it's particularly worse in your industry because there is this perception that in the Bollywood film industry, women are taken for their looks rather than talent?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to admit it, but it is. I'll get bashed there. You know, she went there and she said that. But it is true that they do objectify women. Bollywood films do objectify women, and not all of them, some of them at least.